Hey guys, Zach Tyler here, coming at you with what I promised, the Worm deck profile, the one I use on Buzzford Chainer and mine. This is going to be a little quick video because I already have a Worm video. It's my first video I ever made, and this is a very similar build to that one, but a little bit different because again, that was a different uh, format, and that was before priority went away and all that kind of stuff. So we'll just go into it real quick, and I haven't really messed with this extra deck since XYZ just first came out, and these were the only ones that were out when I was messing with it, so yeah, that needs to be updated, and this needs to be taken out. Anyways, okay, so we have two Worm King. Worm King it's the best card for WW Meteorite in my opinion. He's like a scrap dragon that you can just keep doing it with all the worms, and he's a 2700 beater. Only two though. One is not enough targets for Meteorite, and you can tribute him pretty easily, so it's not that bad with Zex. And then three is just too much; it just clogs your hand like crazy. So two is perfect. One Ananta, just extremely good. You can move play all your reptiles, get like a huge beater on the field, or hell, you can just move play one and get the destruction factor in the end phase. Only problem with her is that destruction effect is mandatory, so you have to make sure you have a target on your opponent's side of the field, or else you have to destroy one of your own cards, which would suck. And some people run two. I only run one because I don't like to remove and play that much. I do have a return from the different dimension, but that's because I run two tentacles as well, and the Yagans remove and play themselves. So yeah, I just run one. Three Zex, three Yagan, three Kataros, obviously. Zex gets out Yagan. Yagan flips face down, defense position, and then when it's flipped face up, it returns one to the hand. It's pretty much like a mini compulse. So like the easiest combo that the Worm deck can do is just normal summon Zex, which dumps the Yagan to the graveyard, and then Yagan can special summon itself, and that's really good. And then it sets up your you can tribute a king if you really need to, and sets up your compulses, and it really just puts you in a good position. Kataros is also the searcher, flip, and you add one, and that's to add, Zex, Yagan, Tentacles, whatever you really need in your Worm arsenal. One links mainly for the name for Ananta, and sometimes his draw power actually works, especially if you can protect him. I mean, if you really think about it, all you have to do is flip him face up, and he's automatically a +1. And if you protect him for a full turn, then he's a +2, another turn, +4. I mean, he just keeps doubling, gaining 2 every time. And his effect says you draw one during each end phase, which means your opponent as well. So keep that in mind. And that's the reason I run him at 1. I used to run a deck back when the format was a lot slower, when he was at 3, because you could just chain Threatening Roar and keep him alive forever and just draw like crazy. But format's too fast now with Inzectors and such. 1 is fine. 2 Tentacles. A lot of people don't run Tentacles at all. I run him at 2 because I have a little bit of a remove and play deck, and I really like him. You can attack twice with him. It's really good for cleaning out low monsters. There's a lot of low monsters in this format. It's obviously not Chaos Dragons, but you know what I mean, sectors and wind-ups and all that kind of stuff. So he's really good for that. And him and Honest is stupid. Like him and Honest, you can literally like OTK them. I mean, you go attack with Tentacles into BLS Honest, and then attack again for 4700. I mean, that's like 57 plus 7. That's like, what, 6500 damage? I mean, it's a shit ton. So I really like him. Like him a lot, actually. Spirit Reaper 1. This used to be a Penguin Soldier. And again, I was a little new to Yu-Gi-Oh! When I first made it. And, the Penguin Soldier wasn't bad. It was just interesting. I mean, obviously not a lot of people main Penguin Soldier, and it worked for me at the time. But I like Spirit Reaper a lot better now, just for the stall and the discard one. And he's just a good card in general. And really, that's about it. And then Honest to comment all the lights you have, plus Tentacle, and 2 Effect Failure, because you kind of have to run Effect Failure now that Priority's gone. It's just such a good card. It's versatile. It's pretty much good for everything. And so yeah, I run 2 Effect Failure. 3 WW Meteorite. It's the heart of the deck. You get Zex and this first turn. You are in an amazing position, and honestly, probably more than 70 to 80% of the time, you're going to win if you get Zex and Meteorite first turn. It's just that good. It gives you draw power. It gives you compulsive Yagan, and then at the end phase, it gives you King, which is always awesome. So yeah, I love this card. The whole reason why Worms are even playable is this card. And then you got your heavy trap lineup. This is more of a control build, so it's focusing on stopping your opponent's plays. So you already have like the 3 Yagans to compulse, but then you also have the Solemn Brigade, 2 Torrentials, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Return, because the Yagans remove themselves from play when they're removed from the field when they're special summoned by Zek's effect, which means that you're going to have Tentacles removed from play, Yagan removed from play, and Ananta removed from play. So this could potentially just be huge in terms of how much you can plus of this, and usually you go for a game with this card and you have it. And then 2 compulses just for even more compulses, because that means I have 5 compulses in my deck. 2 Offering of the Snake Deities, which is kind of like an Icarus Attack, but for worms. It has some drawbacks compared to Icarus Attack. It also has some pluses compared to, positive things compared to Icarus Attack. But pretty much you target 1 face-up reptile monster you control, and 2 cards your opponent controls, destroy all the 3 targets. You don't have to tribute them with Offering to the Snake Deities. Like, there's no cost for it, so if they negate it, your monster isn't gone. But you have to target 2 cards, and if you don't, you can't activate it. So, whatever. It's still really good, so run it too. Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy, just staples. 2 MSTs and 2 pots, because you don't really special summon a whole lot in this deck. A lot of times you're setting or normally or whatever, so pots are really good. And I just updated for the September ban list just to 2. It used to be at 3, because it was really good at 3. But 2 is fine. 2 MSTs is fine as well. And then for the extra deck, you got, Leviathan, which will never happen, but I don't know. Really the only ones you have to worry about are the 4, which is Utopia and Zenmeister. I need to get more of these extra deck and actually get it formatted. I just haven't. I want to show you guys the deck as it was being run. This card's really good. If you guys saw him on I think it was the Bus Fair video, I used it on the guy for game. You could target, you know what it does, but it's really good for worms because you get their effects and they flip face down again. And then they flip face down, face up, and you get their effects, and it's just really good for that. Just an instant, get their effect right off the bat. And he's 2400 coming out, so that's pretty good as well. So yeah, guys, there's the worm video. Just a quick little, nice little worm deck. It's competitive. It's cheap. It's competitive. Again, I've topped at locals with my worms a couple times, maybe 2 or 3 times, and it's a fun deck to play. It's not the best as of last format. I don't really know how this format's going to be exactly yet. I have my predictions, and I think this deck's going to do a lot better. But again, it is what it is. It's a cheap, nice, competitive deck, and you're going to win a few duels with it if you play it. Will you be, top ICS? No, you won't. But, I really like it. It's, again, if you guys watch the Bus Fair video, it's the whole reason why I subbed to him in the first place. I love the playstyle of worms, and I love the fact that they're unexpected, and people just don't really know how to play against them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I have a few more decks I was working on today that I'll be uploading throughout the week, so look for those. Some of them are pretty unique. And I'm going to start a new series soon. If you guys haven't seen my other series, I'll send a link right now. It'll probably pop up right now. And you can go check out my other series. I like my biggest one being Perfecting Psychic, which is the one I'll link. You probably get tuned on that because I'm going to do another one of those this week too, because I love psychics. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching my worm video. Thanks everyone for coming over again from Bus Fair, and I'll see you all later. Have a good night, guys, and see you later, YouTube.